Hey there, this is Arthur Hill, Chief Technical Strategist at TrendInvestorPro.com. It is Thursday, October 12th, and you are tuned into a video on our YouTube channel. If you like this video, of course, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. So today we're going to talk about eBay because eBay, pardon the pun, cannot hold a bid. The stock has been underperforming all year. It's in a long-term downtrend, and we've got a short-term breakdown in the making. Let's check the chart. Now, first and foremost, I think it's important to note out that I normally don't put out bearish setups or trading ideas, but now the market is mixed at best. If I look at the weight of the evidence, which we did on Chart Trader, looking at the percentage of stocks above the 200-day for the various indices, the high-low percent indicators for the various indices, and then stocks outside of the NASDAQ 100 and top S&P 500 stocks, we've got a lot of weakness in the stock market. So I think we are in a bearish stock market environment based on the weight of the evidence, but there are pockets of strength. I've highlighted QQQ and IGV as two pockets of strength, as well as cybersecurity a couple weeks ago. But today I want to highlight eBay. First of all, when we look at a chart, it's important to get that bigger trend on your side. So if I see a short-term breakdown on the chart, I want to go one level up to the weekly. Say I'm on a daily chart. I want to go one level up to the weekly chart, a longer time perspective, and see what the trend looks like. And the trend for eBay is down on this chart. We had basically a 50% decline from 80 to 40. From October 2021 to October 2022. And we had this counter trend bounce that retraced around 38.2%, Fibonacci number there, formed a rising channel, and then broke that channel line. Now, even though it rebounded and oscillated around that 40-week moving average, it never could escape the gravitational pull of that 40-week. You know, it surged, fell back, surged, fell back, surged, fell back. So it is not able to hold that bid and get away from that 40-week and move higher. And now it's been mostly below over the last few months. So it is showing weakness, I think, longer term. And if you look at where this low is this week, you can see it's a multi-month low. So eBay is one of the leaders on the downside, and that is confirmed with relative weakness in the lower window. This is the the eBay SPY ratio and the 40-week moving average. And you can see that ratio is hitting a 52-week low. So eBay is underperforming and in a long-term downtrend. Now let's look at the daily chart. So the weekly chart is where we get our high-level strategic perspective on a stock, its long-term trend basically. The daily chart is where we get more tactical. And if we look at this daily chart for eBay, there you can see a surge in January, a plunge in February, and then working its way higher. And then you had this breakaway gap down and a break below the lower line of that channel. Now, since this break, kind of been consolidating. There's the 200-day moving average, and we formed a triangle. So basically what we have is a very sharp decline. You became oversold after this sharp decline, and so you have a consolidation. And that consolidation has worked off these oversold conditions. It's digested the move and now is preparing for the next move. And you can see here we've broken out of the triangle to the downside, and it looks like we're going to continue lower. This is a bearish continuation pattern, a sharp decline, a consolidation, typically a continuation pattern. So this breakdown signals a continuation lower, and I would expect a new low in eBay. And then there you can see the price relative. It's below its 200-day, consistent relative weakness in eBay. So the outlook is not good for eBay right now. I would suggest if you go back above the 200-day, that would call for a reevaluation of this bearish assessment. So the video you just saw is something you would see on Chart Trader, which is our offering on TrendInvestorPro.com. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, I put out a report and a video. I cover broad market conditions. I went over those in detail on Tuesday. And I showed that I think the weight of the evidence is bearish for the stock market, but there are pockets of strength, and I identified those pockets of strength and put together some setups that are in the making. And on Thursday, I covered SPY and QQQ, and I put forth the targets for this oversold bounce because I think this is an oversold bounce after the breakdown we saw in September. So I put forth that target. So check out trendinvestorpro.com and the chart trader offering to learn more. There is an 8-day trial available. All right, so that is it for today's YouTube video. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I'll be back again next week with another chart trader update. Thanks very much for tuning in and have a great day.